afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit. Santa says, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, happy holidays from your friends from Ocean's Pit, Monday through Friday at noon, everybody. Lunchtime fun, we're back. You know, it's interesting, folks. We only had a show on Tuesday and Friday this week because we've had so many gigs during the day. So I'm glad I'm back here on a Friday, and I'm coming to you with the best what we got going on this afternoon. Now, first of all, before we tell you what we got going on, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and our veterans who fought for our country. Thank you so much. And most important thing, you wonderful people who take the time and still watch this show after going on our 6th year, Monday through Friday at noon. We got a great show lined up. They got a big show. They're back. They come every year, and I'm happy to have them on. That's right. The legendary Kathy Rich, of course, the daughter of the great late Buddy Rich, and Mr. Powerhouse himself, Hollywood. Greg Potter is in the house. Yes, that's right. They got a big show coming up December 12th at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island. So they'll be on about 12:30, talking about Buddy Rich, talking about what they got going on, talking about what Greg's doing. We're going to see what Greg's hair looks like because he always looks fantastic. This guy's probably, he never ages, this guy. They both look great. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's Seventh Heaven time to bring us in. It's showtime, pit style. Thank you, Richie and the boys from Seventh Heaven. That's right. It's Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. It's Friday, December 5th, baby. It's cold outside. I think that's a song, isn't it? Before we get going, let's thank our sponsors, the great Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. What great sales they have, folks. That's right. What do they got going on, folks? Blackstone 28 griddle with hood, $279.99 down from $399, a 30% savings, folks. Get a free $10 gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card. To limit, ladies and gentlemen, on sale month long. Outdo your neighbors with strings of 100 lights starting as low as $9.99, folks. That's right. Also, 25% off all Christmas decorations. If you're waiting for the last minute, this is the time to go, folks. And boy, what about this special gift that they got? This is what you can get, folks. That's right. This year, they went all out with unique, quirky Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers, including the perfect pets. That's right. The lifelike sleeping pet that breathes. That's right, folks. It's a wonderful companion for seniors, children, providing a lifetime loving ownership experience starting at $35.99. And be sure to stock up on all your Christmas decorating supplies. 20% off. Celebration, Christmas, lighting, and more. Our good friends from Ace. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. And we want to get a lot of good stuff going on. Where do we start? First of all, my prayers to the Bloomberg family, Captain Rick, and the family. We just went to their wake this morning. Great guy he was. Of course, he passed away. We just talked about when I did this little live thing when we were driving this morning about dementia. Horrible disease. When you get to that point when you don't even know who you are or the people around you are, it's pretty sad. So hopefully, God bless that they can come up with something for this crazy disease called dementia. It's horrible. Anyway, prayers again to my good buddy Captain Rick and his family. All right, boy, where do we start? So much going on. We had want to thank the mayor of Berwyn. We had a big show on Wednesday during the day. Thank you, 250 people for that Christmas show. Thank you so much. Then Chris and Manny, the boys from Rosario's, Double T did both jobs on that one. Very, very good. Yesterday we had two shows. Sold out show during the day at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy with Tony Ocean, Bill Saratella, and Wendy Thompson as Marilyn Monroe and Jerry Jams. It was a great 250 people. Sold out. It was great. And last night we had about 550 people at the wonderful Tivoli Theater in wonderful Downers Grove. Of course, at Ocean's Rat Pack was great. Bill Saratella, Elliot Winbush. Thank God to the band, Tony Toto, Jerry, just John Grande on sax, Daryl Armenstadt on keys. It was a great event. And of course, we shared the bill with our good friends Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Tony Napolitano on drums, seeing great Rick Lindy. And then we got a big all-star jam. We had a great time doing Blue Christmas at the end. Thank you, Tim Seaton and Denise and everybody that put that together. That was our second show at the Tivoli Theater. Beautiful theater. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. That's an 8 o'clock hit with Jumpin' Jams. And tomorrow, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at Mad Hatter's Event Center in Indianapolis. Roadshow tomorrow. That's right, Ocean's Rat Pack and Indianapolis. We're excited about that. Oh, don't forget now, so much, man. I mean, it's just crazy all the stuff that's going on, and it's just busy. So we're so blessed to be busy, and we really do appreciate all of you guys that keep coming out and watching all the shows and watching this show. So now what we got coming up also, folks, that's right, folks, not that far away. That's right, the MSC World America, the Chicago Music Cruise number 3. That's right, Tony Ocean, the main event band, and Seventh Heaven again. We'll be on the ocean seas, baby. That's right. The MSC World America, a brand new ship owned privately by an Italian family. Woo! It's going to be good. It's going to be January 17th or January 24th. 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. It's Miami. It's Honduras. It's Costa Maya. It's Cozumel and Ocean Cay. Private island owned by the MSC World America. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Put in Tony Ocean or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say you want to go on the ocean with Ocean and Seventh Heaven. Not right around the corner, baby. We have so much fun doing that. We really do. All right. So I want to, I'm having a great mood. And thank you, Jerry Lynn. Well, thank you so much. Sandra, hope you're doing well. Yeah, you got to love Seventh Heaven. Richie and the boys are great. And this is our third cruise we're doing with them, and they do very well. Mel Lennon Reed, I hope you're doing well, everybody. David, welcome. Ronnie B, what's shaking? And, of course, all you wonderful people that are watching on the show today. All right, so what else are we going to talk about? Man, there's so much crap going on right now in this crazy world. We just don't know where to start. How about this? Franny, and Lori Stevens, great seeing you guys yesterday. Thank you for all the footage of the video stuff that you put up. Fantastic, fantastic. Natalie, you're feeling sad? Well, I'm sorry, Natalie. I'm sorry you're feeling sad. And we don't want anybody to feel sad. It's the holiday season, so put a little smile. If this show can put a little smile on your face, make you laugh, make you cry, make you get pissed off, whatever it is, as long as you're watching, that's all that matters. There's Ryan Lewis. What's up? Be kind to one another is right. Happy Friday, folks. We got the Bears and Packers this Sunday. Of course, the game has been moved to 3:25 instead of 12 o'clock. I'm excited because I'm going to go for the Green Bay Packers. And why? Because they're in Green Bay. And that means the refs are on Green Bay's side. And that's how it usually works in football. Albert, what's up from the Ron Onesti organization? Buddy is in the house. What's up, my pal? All right. How about this, man? You're driving down the street and an oak tree falls. This is in Winnetka, Illinois. The traffic, an oak tree falls, smashes. Is this crazy? One person was killed. If it's bad enough, it's just getting up in the morning, and now you're just driving, minding your own business. All of a sudden, this tree falls on you. Crazy. Nina Terry, great. I didn't get a chance to see you, but thank you for coming out last night too. And Paul Posh and Dan Mazzi and Fred and everybody that showed up, Alex and everybody. Michael, how you doing, brother? You're welcome. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. So imagine that. I feel sorry for those people in Winnetka. Oak tree falling like in the middle of nowhere. And how about this this crazy story? A 53-year-old man was shot by his dog. No shit. Actually, the guy left his rifle on the bed. The dog jumps on the bed. Who shot the guy in Pennsylvania? You can't make this stuff up, folks. You can't make this stuff up. The dog shoots the owner. Keep your rifle off the bed. Or keep your dog out of the bedroom. I don't know what to tell you, but that's insane. It's an old story, but crazy. And it's talking about dogs, of course, those safety dogs. We always talk about the first responders. Dogs, they do a special dog, especially with the police force and the firemen, and they do have their special dogs. One of them, Spike, was killed in Burbank, Illinois, and on a traffic stop. That's what they have those special dogs for. And sad that a canine has gone. Spike, rest in peace, buddy. Thank you for what you do. American Pie actress Tara Reid said she was in a Rosemont hotel and she was drugged by one of the bars there. Somebody put that thing in the drink. You got to watch out with these crazy people in this world, man. But you know what? Nothing surprises me anymore. I think we talk about this, I don't know how many times. Before, when we were like years ago, when we were younger, we'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Now it's like, no kidding. Really? Only one person got killed? I mean, it's that crazy. But now, after she says she was drugged by some bar in Rosemont, then they show if they went back and looked at the video, there was nothing. Didn't happen. She made a mistake. Wrong bar, wrong place. So, Tara Reid, before you start accusing stuff, get your facts, right? Get your facts. That's what it's important. What am I saying? A great ape escaped from the Indianapolis Zoo. Now, do you imagine that? Coming out and wandering the streets? That's got to be some scary shit, man. I'm telling you. It's just one thing after another. And how about this also? There was a lady, I know I've never seen this. I've only seen it on the news or seen it on TV. But when you see a woman, of course, she's giving birth, and sometimes it's not always at the hospital, or it's not always at your home. This poor lady, 36 weeks pregnant, she was in the Culver's parking lot in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Yeah, you've ever seen that or you heard about that? I mean, that's where she had it, in the back seat. Congratulations, Barbara. I hope you're doing well. Emo, thank you, buddy. Midway out, you're ready to leave. That's right. You're going back to Florida. Emo, thanks for those books. Sven Gulli, Ray Rayner, Bozo, man. You just really hit it, baby. You really do hit it. And I thank you, my good friend. I appreciate it. So a couple other things here. Now, there's been some celebrities. Now, there's always celebrities in the news doing some fucked up shit, and pardon the language. I know he shouldn't be swearing. But let's start off here with the 70s show actor Danny Masterson. Supposedly he's accused of a conviction of rape, but then they overturned it. So woman said that she was raped by the actor. And obviously now they found out that it was overturned and the man is innocent. You got to watch out for some of that stuff, man, especially when you're a celebrity, right? They're going to get you. You got to watch out. Like, let's go back to the whole Mike Tyson thing in Indiana. Tell me that wasn't a setup. But yeah, exactly. Well, that's just one. How about this one? Zachary, let's see. Oh, actually, he played Zachary in the Home Improvement show. This guy, man, he's a star of the hit TV show. At least it was. But this is the 6th time he's been arrested in 5 years for beating up a girl. 6 times this guy was arrested. Wow. Is that crazy? And it's just like, these people need help. These people need to be locked up. They be locked up. And they're just one of the kids from Home Improvement. But you have to wonder sometimes, and it's not like when you get fame sometimes at an early age when you're very young, and maybe you might not. If you ever notice a lot of these child celebrities, they grow up and they go through a bad life growing up, maybe with their parents or drugs or booze, whatever the hell it is, because you make all that money and you make all that fame at such a young age, you're not ready for it, and then by the time they get older, they're not those cute kids anymore, and now they can't find work and whatever it is, and I don't know what happens, but another whack job here. 6 times been arrested for beating up somebody in 5 years, 6 times arrested. Behind bars, get the man some help. Get the man some help. And you know who else needs help? Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson, again in the news. Come on, Smokey, Mr. Motown himself. 2 sexual battery accused. Let's see. One, he supposedly he tried to make it with a man who was detailing his car. All right, so there you go. And then some said another person said he touched his genitals. Listen, Smokey, get a hotel room. You're Smokey Robinson. What are you doing? Isn't this crazy? Yes, look it up. Smokey Robinson. Mary, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Dennis, Lake Geneva's in the house. Smokey, watch yourself, brother. Let's get back to another quick sponsor, folks. My good buddy Danny Mazzi from Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local. Our good friends, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Now, guys, coming up at about 12:30, Kathy Rich, the daughter of Buddy Rich, the late, great Buddy Rich, and Mr. Powerhouse himself, Mr. Hollywood, Greg Potter. They're in town. That's right, folks. We're so excited for the Buddy Rich Big Band Machine Groovy Christmas. It's going to happen, folks. That's right. It's going to happen on the 12th of December at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island. And Kathy and Greg were kind enough, again, to get a chance to win 2 free tickets to that show. And they're going to be on about 12:30, right after the Ace Hardware weather. We lost another great musician in the music world. Steve Cropper has passed away. He was with Booker T, MGs, of course. Otis Redding has played on a lot of studio records. Steve Cropper passed away. I think he was also in the Blues Brothers band for the movie, if I'm correct. So another great another legend, music legend, has passed away. And it's very sad. You notice lately more and more people are dropping dead. We're going to have to do a whole new show on that. How about some good news, of course, and half good news, of course, the 2 National Guards that were shot at, of course, one did pass away, and very sad. Sandra, I think the lady's name, she did die, but the man, Andrew Wolf, was in a bad critical condition of coma, but he's up, he's awake, he's responsive. So our prayers out to Andrew Wolf, of course, of the National Guard. That was horrible story, that is. And you know what thing now? It's Ronnie B, what's up? It's the holiday season. So you know what? You're going to hear Christmas songs. It's the holiday season, and there's great Christmas songs, and then there's some real bad ones, of course, right? I mean, there's a good Bryan Adams got a great Christmas song, something about Christmas time. You don't hear it that much, but it's a great song. Or Billy Squires, Christmas is the time to say I love you. Another great Christmas song. You don't hear it too much. Springsteen's got a good one, of course. But Gilbert O'Sullivan's got a good one. There's crazy Christmas songs. But you know one that drives me nuts? All I want for Christmas and you. Oh, my God. Mariah Carey. Oh. It's almost like what's even worse than that? The Paul McCartney one. It's simply a wonderful Christmas time. Dumb. But do you know what? Mariah Carey, though, she's a smart businesswoman. Very talented. I just don't like the song. She earns, listen to this. She earns $25.6 million royalty every year for that song. $25.3 million royalty. Are you kidding? Oh, yeah, Blue Christmas, of course. White Christmas by Bing Crosby. There's a lot of great Christmas songs, but that one. Richard, what's up? Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm? Where would it be on your body? Oh, Now you're really trying to make things a little difficult for me this afternoon, aren't you? Orange juice and vodka, very good in the afternoon. All right. You're right, Dennis. We'll talk about that too. Absolutely. Peace prize. Trump. All right. So $25.3 million for royalties. Do you believe that? I mean, that is unbelievable. It's the worst Christmas song ever. I can't stand it. And the crazy stories that are coming up here, there's more and more. How about Alyssa Milano? Am I pronouncing it right? Wasn't she the girl on Who's the Boss? Right? With Tony Danza? She says now the MAGA hats, making America great again, the red hats. She's saying that it's the new white sheet, the white hood. Whoo! This is what she's in the news for. Saying the new MAGA hat, or the red hat, of course, is the new white hood. Now, look, you guys know where I stand on this, and we're not going to repeat this whole crazy stuff. You know me. I don't push that.
You are more beautiful than a blossoming flower on a warm spring morning.
Yeah.
Some of us build walls, but you tear them down. You're awesome.
Anyway, yeah, so we're not going to talk about that, but what we're going to talk about, as crazy as this world is, and we're so divided. You know, look, we've been divided for years. For years, we've been divided over different things, but man, it's kind of crazy right now. I mean, right? I mean, there's like hate. It's not like even, you know, it's like Packers Bears. Packer fans hate the Bears and vice versa, right? It's crazy. She's just trying to stay relevant because it tanked 20 years ago. I agree with you, Rich. And I'm going to have to think about where I'm going to put that third arm, to be honest with you, because that's a good question. Rose, how you doing? They are morons. I mean, come on. It's the new white hood. And if you look at Hollywood these days and the way some of these Hollywood people, I mean, look, who was voted the most worst celebrity in the number one, I think, again, for 3 years in a row, Variety magazine? Whoopi Goldberg, 48% or whatever, 78% said she's the worst. They hate her. And Robert De Niro came in at number 2. Alyssa Milano needs to be number 3 there. Jesus Christ, crazy. Speaking of Green Bay Packers, the great Jerry Kramer passes away at the age of 84 years old. He was involved with the Green Bay Packers. Also, one of the great the Terriers, a great band. Heaven must be missing an angel. Great song. Anyway, they lost the lead vocalist, of course, Chubby Tevers, has passed away at the age of 80 years old. Also, the Soul Man, the Iceman, Jerry Butler, dies at the age of 85 years old. More music, people dropping like flies. I don't know. Jeffrey Epstein in the news again. Hillary Clinton, romantically involved with the former White House counsel, Vince Foster. Then, of course, Vince Foster committed suicide in 1993. That's suspicious. Yeah, roll that around in your mouth. Very interesting, right? I'm having a good time today. You know why? Because my good buddy Greg Potter and Kathy Rich will be coming on very shortly. Double T, Tony Toto in the house. T, thank you for all the hard work you're doing, buddy. This week, we got an early show at Homer Glen from 6 to 7 before I go to Chicago Prime Steakhouse. So thank you again, Tony. And, of course, Jams and everybody doing a great job with the Tony Ocean Band and everybody. All right, so USDA, think about this, folks. Those SNAPs benefits, SNAP. 5,000 dead people were collecting these guys. Some of these, over 500,000 people were getting benefits twice. Twice. This according to the ECOP or ECOP Times. That, Social Security, food stamps, these are for people who need help. That's what they're there. That's what it was created for. Not to make a living with it. So they got to clean that up, man. Give it to the people who deserve it, the people who need it and help, especially at this time, right? During the holiday seasons, there's people out there that might need help. And if they really needed this funding, this kind of financial help, and some people can't get it, the legit people can't get it, because look at this, 5,000 people, dead people vote. Get this? The world's largest family. Wow. This is the Mazonian family, somewhere in the Asian part of the world. World's largest family, 39 wives, 94 kids, and 37 grandchildren. Tell me he's not drinking. 39 wives. Whew. Carol Brandolino watching. I am Carol. Don't forget she's with us Tuesdays, Twisted Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Crazy. And now this is something that gets me too. Pat McAfee, I don't know if you listen to him on ESPN. He's a sports show. Now, he got a lot of slack on his show. He's got a lot of followers, okay? I like his show on ESPN. I like the way he does his thing. He was also in the WWE ring announcer. He was a broadcaster, whatever, with the WWE, if you guys are into wrestling. I thought he was very good. I think he was on Raw or SmackDown, whatever it went. But he has his own talk show, of course, with ESPN Sports Show. And he has different guests on. Now, there's some people that were very upset with him because he had President Donald Trump on his show. Now, I've known people who've had presidents or celebrities eating at their restaurant. And two that come to mind, and I don't need to mention the names of the restaurant, but they got slack. They got death threats. They got, things, come and eat in your place again, because either it was Trump or if it was O.J. Simpson or whatever, or someone like that comes into your restaurant, right? Or on your podcast. Listen, he's the president of the United States, whether you like him or not. Of course, a lot of people are going to watch, and a lot of people are either going to be happy about it or a lot of people are going to be pissed off about it. But he just came out and he said, if you don't like it, it's his show. If his sponsors have no problem with it, he can have anybody he wants. If you don't want to watch the show, change the channel. That's just one show. He's on, 3 days every day? Isn't he on like every day, Monday through Friday? So if you don't see him on Wednesday because President Trump is on it, who cares? Robert the General, Patrice in the house, former Chicago Honey Bear. Robert the General, how are you doing? So Pat McAfee, good for you, man. Sticking up for what you believe in, and that's very important. For all you mechanics out there, if you're looking for work, how about this? Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what they're saying. The CEO of Ford Automobiles says they have 5,000 openings for job mechanics in the 6-figure salaries. Now, that's got to be, I know a couple friends of mine who are mechanics or worked on cars. And, the thing is, they've been working on cars for years. So it's still the old customs of the way they do cars. Now, with this new technology now, you probably have to relearn everything. Everything's all computerized now. But there you go. 6-figure jobs, 5,000 mechanics are needed for Ford. Remember Ford, what it stood for? Found on road dead, fix or repair daily. I don't know. I've never had a Ford, so I couldn't tell you. But I always say change the channel instead of complaining. Thank you, Emil. I appreciate that. All right, so what do we got? I know what we got. You know what it's time for? My buddy, they're going to be on. So let's do this real fast, folks. It's time for the JRC Ace Hardware Minute for the weather today, Friday, December 5th. Brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local. It's 24 degrees out there. Feels like it's minus 14, baby. 62% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds. It's cloudy. It's cold. It's December. It's Chicago. That's how it works. Snow, wind, cold, salt, ice. It's going to happen. Anyway, that's what it is today, folks. So bundle up if you're out there. And that's brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Minute. Buy local, shop local. Neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends, Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. All right. So without any further ado, let me see here. Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait,
Try to get them on. Let's hear. Everything's moving a little slow here today. Hold on. I see them there. Are they there? Hold on.
There's a third person.
Trying to get them on
There's
here.
a third person
Put
there.
them on.
Yeah.
We're just waiting. They're alive now.
No, you're there.
They're alive.
Right there.
Hollywood. Let me introduce Hollywood. This is the good Hollywood. When they make Hollywood list of people, this is the good Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, back again for their yearly experience here on Ocean's Pit. We have the great Kathy Rich, daughter of the greatest performer ever, next to Greg Potter, the great Buddy. And
we're in his room here, so we got to talk nice.
in his room, Greg Potter's room. Guys, holy cow! Look, you guys just don't get any older, and I don't see anything done with you. What is it with you guys? You guys look great all the time.
We live right. We live in a glass tube
In a bubble.
and they pump this. What are they?
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, they do that too.
Well,
Greg, we're filled with formaldehyde.
maybe you can tell me this.
Yes.
Well, you could tell me healthy living. I know you guys probably do that.
Yes.
The vitamins,
Yes.
And you've known me my whole career.
Okay,
Yes.
but explain to me how Richard Simmons is dead and Keith Richards is still alive.
Exactly.
Exactly. And Bill Clinton looks like a corpse, and Trump still plays golf. So it's like,
And
and
he
I think
still
they're the
plays
same
golf.
age,
Right.
Exactly.
what is it? Yeah, I mean, you can go on and on with, but I really do. I have to thank, or anyone that you have to thank, like the gene pool that,
Yes.
Kathy's mom, she lived to 98. And was still having perfect makeup and hair.
Yeah.
But, like, her gene pool is there. And then my mom is, well, let's see, I'm 26, so my mom's only 41.
26.
She's
26.
wait, how old am I? Wait, do they have the filter? Do you have the app on your phone or something?
No, I've never put that on. I never do that. That's
Okay.
crazy.
But I'm saying from the gene pool, you know what I mean? Because if
Yes.
you look at my dad now, he looks like the Crypt Keeper from HBO. Like, he looks scary. Whereas, like, my mom's only a year younger, but my mom's now looking like his
Daughter.
or something, So when we go,
It's whatever
you look so young.
Pool cards you're dealt.
Yeah, and it's good that I didn't do half of Peru throughout the 80s and, increase the age. That cocaine makes your body go like.
Right.
Well, you know what?
think
Listen. Look, and I dabbled in that in those days, and hey, you know what? I have no regrets. But what I do have,
Well, no, you could blame it though. You could say, God, if I would just a little less cocaine, I would have possibly look as young as Potter.
I just would have did it right. But let's just start off, folks. Let me just do this right. Of course, we have the great Kathy Rich in the house right now, folks. Of course, her father was the greatest drummer ever in the world, in my opinion, the great Buddy
Yes, he
Rich.
is.
And of course, Greg Potter.
He thinks he's the greatest.
The
drummer.
best in the city of Chicago, in the Midwest. He's been with everybody.
Region's best.
So
you
when you
guys
say
are in
the best,
town.
when you say
Let me
the best
tell you
in
why you guys
Chicago,
are in town.
Let him talk.
Why
You
are you
say
guys
it's like
in
the
town?
best
I'm
in
going to tell you
Chicago.
why.
Why
I'm going to tell you why you're in town.
Good question.
So it's big Buddy Rich's big band machine, groovy Christmas, baby. It's
Yes,
going to
yes.
happen Friday, December 12th. It's at the
Yes.
Lyric Theater in beautiful
Yes.
Blue Island. Pat does an incredible job. And you want to laugh? We're there the next night. Ocean's Rap Pat's
No.
there. Shows the next night on the 13th. But we're talking about Buddy
Okay.
Rich and
Okay.
the big band. I'm so excited about this. And you guys also know you guys are playing on Frank Sinatra's birthday. He would have been
Yes.
100 110?
8.
Well, yeah, he's
100
3 years younger. He's 3 years older than me.
110.
yeah, he's still younger than Buddy though.
He was older than Buddy.
Older than Buddy?
Yes.
So how old is Buddy?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
And you know what? And I don't want,
Yes.
and I know you probably hear this, Kathy, all the time. And we'll start with you real fast. You hear this
Sure.
all the time about the whole fight. Everybody knows about the battle with Buddy
Yes.
and Frank. Was it as bad as the public made it sound?
You know, they were both youngsters at the time and
Sure.
vying for that position of power in the Tommy Dorsey band. And they were roommates as well. So each one, and Buddy had already been there for a little while, and then Frank came on and thought he was the star, and Buddy thought he was the star, and it was that, you know, that 21-year-old ego. So they didn't get along really well in the beginning. And Frank had a couple of his friends, you know, rough Buddy up. And you know how that goes.
You know, Buddy did a little instigating. You know,
Oh, yeah,
what I mean?
he would
Like
tease
when
him,
Frank would
torment him.
Yeah, when Frank would walk out on stage like to sing his number or whatever, Buddy would play like marching drums. You know, like you know, like that.
Right.
And then he'd
Change the tempo,
like speed stuff up, slow it down. I do that too, but I don't do it on purpose. It just happens. But Buddy would like mess with them, play, you know, smash.
But as it turned out,
yeah,
they were friends for life.
Well, how did he introduce the Dorsey introduce the two?
Oh, he introduced, when Frank came on the band at first, he said to my dad, "I'd like you to meet another pain in the ass." There you go.
You know, I mean, they set it up from the beginning that there was like a rivalry. And then that is true, though, that Frank threw a pitcher of ice at Buddy.
A pitcher of water and
almost
ice.
smacked him. But the tune-up story in the alley behind what theater? In
One of them.
One of the theaters in New York, you know, two guys come behind Buddy, like Buddy's walking to his car. He always had a cool car parked in New York whenever he played there. And the guys go, you know, "Hey, Buddy." And Buddy thinks like, "Oh, yeah, you want an autograph or something?" And Buddy
turned around and they tuned him up.
They tuned him up and they said, "You know, you're going to take it easy on Frankie or something." And that's like, and like that was it. That was it, man.
Well, you know when Frank, but you know when Frank sends the message a lot of times. Well, thank God he was still. He didn't want to, of course, because it's Buddy Rich. If it was an average drummer somewhere else, the guy probably would have been gone. But you know what? We got Kathy Rich and Greg Potter on. I want to say hello to my buddy Daryl Armenstad. Daryl, great job. Packy's in the house. We got Cleveland in the house. Ohio. Hello, Florida and Wisconsin. My good buddy Jeff Hunt is back in town. Jeff, miss you, buddy. All right, so let's get now to Greg. Greg, buddy Rich.
Oh, God.
You're sitting on that throne. You're sitting on that throne.
I'm sitting on Buddy's throne right here in his room.
Right, in his own house. Yeah.
In his own house.
You know what? You know what? I think I've asked you when you were on before, and you probably get this question when you were. What was it like? Do you remember the first time you actually seen Buddy Rich, whether it was video footage or anything? You remember how old you were and what you were thinking at the time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely the first time would be you see him on television. I would have seen him like on the Johnny Carson show, and you figure I would have been a little kid. I'm 28 now, so it would probably be on like the YouTube. But no, I'm old enough to have remembered, like, you know, the Johnny Carson show came on after the news. Now, you knew if you were a little kid, you were sleeping by the time the news came on. Your parents didn't let you stay up unless they were going to show that squirrel like water skiing or something. Then your mom, you know, I mean, then you could watch the news. But otherwise, the big day would be that, you know, in TV Guide, it said Buddy Rich is going to be on the Johnny Carson show. Right. So then you were allowed to stay up, but you know, you know, I'm by the Johnny Carson show. I'm a young kid. I'm like 33 years old, and
okay, keep going.
I can't say at that time. I'm already in my 30s.
Okay.
Whatever. So I saw him on the Johnny Carson show. So yeah, you're amazed and that's just on the television. But then my dad took me to Mr. Kelly's in Chicago, and I got to see Buddy Rich in real life. I was probably 11 years old, 11 or 12. 10 or 11. I'm saying young enough that things are still magical. You know what I mean? When you get to be a little bit older, you go to a baseball game and it looks different than when you were a little kid and walked into Comiskey Park and saw baseball. So I'm saying we walked into this Mr. Kelly's. It's basically just a nightclub. Buddy's drums were literally sitting on the tables almost in front. So after getting to see him play live, it was
Yeah.
That's like life changing. If you're a drummer, I mean, I guess if you're not a drummer, although Al Pacino wasn't a drummer, saw Buddy open up for Frank at Madison Square Garden, and he said his life was changed by watching this man play a set of drums. But I'm saying for me, being a drummer, after seeing him, nothing compared. Because then I went
We
into.
just watched a video right now, 5 minutes ago, of Buddy on the Hollywood Palace, I think it was.
Yeah, with Milton
And
Berle.
in 1967.
67.
And it's just like you watch it and it's still to this day, nothing
Yeah,
compares.
right. Even if you're not a drummer,
Right.
the man's like, certain people have it. You watch Michael Jordan play basketball.
Right.
You didn't have to be a sports fan to go, man, this guy's got a rhythmic, he's playing.
It's just that
Buddy
thing.
Rich
Frank
has-
had it, Buddy had it.
Yeah, Frank
Sammy
has
had
it. Frank can
Right.
sing anything. You
Right.
can see he
Right.
sings a nursery
Right.
rhyme, and you're like, man, that guy's phrasing
Right.
and his tone it's
He
magical.
does it great.
Right.
And he's magical. And you know what? That's the perfect word. You said magical. Kathy, I was talking before you guys came on about certain these celebrities. Some of them like with the kids or family members. What was it like being a kid? And you know what? You've fantastic. You don't hear about you hear about a lot of celebrities sometimes.
Yes.
Their kids or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And it's got to be a little difficult. And I'm sure you've known someone were growing up with
Sure.
certain celebrities, kids and stuff. Why do you think they go that route sometimes? Is it because they get fame at such an early age and they can't handle it? Your opinion?
It could be any number of things, but my parents had a really good idea how I was going to be brought up. And they didn't want me to be segregated any more than I already would be having parents in show business. So I was always in public school. They wanted me to have a not private school and not be even further away from what reality was. So I always went to school with regular kids in regular schools. And, I was told that, you're a regular kid. I did irregular things like singing from the time I was 12 and recording and having contracts and all of that. But every day when I went back home, I was a regular kid just going to school with everybody else. Now, I grew up with a lot of people that went the wrong way. And
Correct.
I think because my father was a strict father, but yet a fair father. And, I wasn't really allowed a lot of rope in order to, go off. I think other kids' parents just either weren't around as much or, didn't keep such a quick eye on their kids. But, I just never had it in my mind to, go off the track. It was just never a thing for me.
And it really goes down to no matter what you say, even in this day. And look at Greg. Greg, you've been in the business, and I never heard anything bad about Greg. I mean, he plays, he's just hard. But that starts with your parents.
Sure.
I think it's the way your parents.
It's how you were
and then you
raised.
learn from there.
Yeah, and
That's
because
how
I'm I'm 5'6", 130 pounds, so I'm really not going to be
They're
busting
gonna be
anybody
fighting
up.
people.
So just imagine like a real remember Potter when he used to drink? Imagine me getting my ass beat at the Thirsty Whale. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he was selling that shitty cocaine. Potter would never have played well being bad.
No.
So it was kind of like can
So a little different
wax your
there.
car? Yeah, but
A little
no,
different.
it is. No, my parents, Kathy's parents, I got to really know her mom.
Yeah.
I believe Buddy did warn her about types of people like me. He didn't really know. I got to meet him a couple times in weird, quick ways, and all those meetings were not as positive as I've heard other people. But he did warn about people like me. But
Apparently I didn't listen.
No, she didn't listen, and her mother did like me all the way to the end.
That is true.
So as long as you get the mom, and then like her
You're in.
cousins,
You're set.
Yes.
Mom is in. You're
Mom's
set.
in.
But
Exactly.
let's just throw this at.
Yeah.
Say Buddy retires. Say Buddy retired.
Right.
Yeah.
Still alive. And he wants the band to keep going. And Kathy with Greg at the time, Dad,
Not this may
what do I have? Wait till you see who I got here. I got an idea in the back of my head. Let's get the band going and let's Greg sit in that throne.
No,
what
there
do
would
you
have been
think
an
your
ass
dad
whipping
would
there.
have said? What would your dad, Kathy?
Interestingly enough, is that before he left us, his request of me was to keep the band going and to keep the music alive
And stay out of Chicago.
Stay away from people like this. But, when we met, and it was just kind of an organic thing that happened when we said, let's put the band together, because I had been doing the memorial concerts every year. And Buddy, I think, probably wanted the band to be out on the road more than just doing a concert every year. So when Greg and I got together and we said, why don't we just try it and see how it worked? And it clicked. And, there was interest. So that really kind of made it easier to start it with the two of us at the helm. So, and it worked.
Yeah, because you bring on, when she would do these memorial concerts, think about it. She's got Steve Smith from Journey. She's got Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the great Neil Peart from Rush. She had the big Vinnie Colaiuta, and we can get into drummer's name, Steve Gadd. So we can go drummer. But realistically, she knows her dad, or she knew her dad more than, let's talk as if she's not here.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know that Buddy would have quote unquote picked a successor or something. Right. And that's not what we consider Potter anyway.
And it's
I'm not a
When
successor.
he said, keep the band going, he never said to me, and I want so-and-so to play.
Right.
He never said that.
Right. They picked a guy, like realistically, Buddy passed or was very ill, and they still had gigs on the books.
Right.
And with that, Buddy Rich, we're going through with it. They started playing gigs literally.
They finished I think
what
there were 3 or 4 dates that they finished.
Yeah, if you want to,
Louis Bellson sat in.
If you want to give tickets away, and I think they'd probably win a T-shirt for this. You tell me who that drummer was. I'll tell you his name. You know his name. But I'm saying it was a no-name guy that you wouldn't.
Louis did a couple of Danny D'Imperio. Right.
So they had a new
Chicago.
No, a New York guy.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying here's a drummer. They didn't tap they got Louis. You had Louis Bellson. We all know him. But I'm saying I don't know that Buddy would necessarily have said. But what I have found from Buddy's family, because like I said, if I get her mom, and then when I talk about her cousins, that would be Buddy's brother, sister, their children. So that's going to be as close to Buddy as you can. If they appreciate what I do and what we do, and how I play and stuff like that, because remember,
when you get the family stamp,
when you get the family to like the scene, then you're at least paying respect to it. Whereas, yes, we can go to the Hollywood Pro Drum Shop and they'll go, why does Kathy not have Dave Weckl at least playing the swing stuff? And then we could bring out Potter. Maybe Potter can show his hair and maybe some of those fancy clothes they bought in Paris. Let him do wardrobe. But can she just possibly get Vinnie Colaiuta when he's not with the Sting or whoever he's playing with?
I don't think he plays anymore.
He does, but I'm just saying. Yes, you're going to go down that because I hate to be an idiot because I love Ringo Starr. But why did they not have Dino Danelli playing in the Beatles? That guy was the best drummer.
I agree. One of the best.
Okay, I hate to be an idiot.
And I love Rascals. After he was in a band called Photomaker with Wally Bryson.
Wow. Okay.
Fantastic.
Do you remember when he came out and played with the Disciples of Soul? When he played with Van Zandt, he was already like a grown man, still playing like Dino. So do people stand in line and go, God, if the Beatles would have just got Dino, well, they wouldn't have been the Beatles. Well, no one's going to replace Buddy Rich. Like, my God, Buddy's not there. We touch his bones every time we go out to LA. He just says, leave me alone. I'm tired, man. Just let me rest.
Well, and then so you know what? I think if you brought in a big name, then it's like, then you recognize the big name sometimes, and it'll take that away from
And
Kathy's had the biggest.
I've had them all.
She's had all the biggest names, and I'm saying technically there are so many incredible players, like men that bounce a stick off the drum. Yeah, so what? We all know guys that do everything better. It's who's there and who does it.
The niche, but the problem is, Greg, and the thing is, the niche fits, and if it fits and it works, that's all that matters. Because the only people at the end of your concerts are the people that are going to applaud. They're the ones that are going to say, "Wow, this is going fantastic!" And you've been doing it for a while. You've been everywhere now, so I know you guys are going to be December 12th. Are going to be at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island.
Blue Island.
Never played there before.
Yeah, we've never.
You were kind enough to give away 2 tickets if you guys get the right question, and I got a good one. Oh boy,
Okay.
did I pick a good one.
Well,
I picked
we
a good
can do we can do more than 2 tickets.
Oh, sure. Let's do
yeah.
4.
I mean, can we
Four?
do what?
Sure.
So 4,
one.
so
I gotta
that's
come up with another
pairs.
question.
2
now.
pairs.
You got
Oh.
to do it. Too
I'll
bad.
Two
come up with
pairs.
another question. I'll come
You
up
come
with
up with
that.
Yeah, if you can't think of anything, what's the name of that clown sitting next to me? And I don't mean Kathy. Sitting behind me. What's the name of that clown? I'm just saying you
Okay.
can come up and know
You-
it's not John Wayne Gacy.
No, it's not. Okay, so listen, it's the Big Bang, of course, Groovy Christmas. Now, if they haven't
Yes.
seen this, let's start with you, Kathy. If they haven't seen this,
Yeah.
what are the kind of songs? What are they going to hear? Be Buddy's hits and Christmas songs
Yes.
as well. What are they going to hear on December
exactly.
12th at the World
Yes,
Theater?
they're going to hear all the Buddy hits, all the great stuff. The band is fantastic, and then we it's all multimedia, video, everything's going on. It's a really fun show, and then Christmas stuff that they can sing along with me and just have a great time,
Right, because if you get tired of looking at me, then
which we will.
Wow. See that?
Yeah.
See,
Wow,
I don't think I've never heard him be quiet, actually. This is going to be very
I got him finally. Zip.
finally done.
Okay, I'm saying it's a multimedia experience in that you get a big video screen. So I will now tell them we need more video of me up there. But no, you get to watch the great Buddy
It's
play.
Buddy videos,
So worst
everything.
come to worst, just close this eye and watch the big screen, and you'll see the
Now,
great
Greg,
Buddy
do
play.
you
But
do you do something like I've seen some of these acts where they have do you actually, is there in your show, do you actually play the same stuff as Buddy? They show you doing the same stuff at the same time?
He's going to do it.
I actually do a drum battle.
with Buddy.
So Buddy is able to teach me a lesson. Is
Yes.
what Buddy does. Buddy actually drum battles me, and realistically, I can tell you now, even if you don't show up, he wins. he beats me in this drum battle.
beats you no
And
matter
that's
what.
why,
He
right.
beats you.
That's why I'm hoping once our TV show gets going here, we're going to somehow make it that, because I think with AI or something, they can make it that I win.
They could.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
could make it, I win. But you know
Yeah,
what?
they can
Here's
make
a
it that I
question
win.
that's interesting. You guys could tell me. I know
Yes.
Natalie Cole did something with her dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there and we don't, you would know this. Is there anything, maybe a recording that no one's heard yet that you can release while Greg plays it? And
We're doing something right now
We're do-
it
Yes.
kind of encompasses all of that.
Yes.
Where Buddy will actually be with us.
Yeah, you're gonna.
is there going to be a movie in there or a book? Do you have a
There'll
book?
be a
already?
movie later on.
Yeah.
but this is a TV.
This is
show
a
that
television
we're doing.
thing that
Um,
next time we are on,
Next time we talk to you,
we'll be able to
we'll
give you
more
specifics.
details.
So it's coming. It's
It's
20,
coming.
It's coming.
2026?
2026.
26, yes.
2026. We've got to make sure that everything is secured there. But you're going to see something
Crazy.
You'll dig it. But actually, you come to this Christmas show, and you were talking about how Natalie Cole, or
Yeah.
I believe even like Barry Manilow has a setup where he's on the American Bandstand singing Mandy, and then he kicks into him singing it there. When you come see us,
We got this.
You're going to see some
fun stuff.
You're going to see some magic similar to where it goes from being on screen to live on stage.
Yeah.
But the only guy that isn't there is the great Buddy Rich. But you get the lesser
You'll
great
get the
Potter.
idea of
You'll
it.
get the gist of it, though.
Yes.
And from an entertainment standpoint, and that's where alcohol comes in. Because if you've been
That's
drinking,
how alcohol works.
Or great if you're drunk.
yes, if you've got a little bit something going on in there, a little holiday cheer, you're going to go, my
Oh
God.
my God, they're fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like there's an Elvis impersonator doing a Buddy Rich thing, but it's
Buddy
kicking
Rich
my
thing, yeah.
butt.
There you go.
You know what I
Let
mean?
me,
Because
let me-
it'll be-
let me ask you guys something. Hold on now. If
What?
Buddy was still alive today, did he
Yes.
have, or even when he was alive, was there another drummer that he ever talked about saying, I like this guy?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh.
A lot of people that he liked. I mean, people that were before him that, he said that he learned something from every drummer he ever heard. So, he had wide open ears as far as, listening and appreciating, almost everyone that he heard. So he could
Well,
always
yeah.
glean something from
But
somebody.
he specifically, he liked Danny Seraphin from Chicago,
Yeah.
Chicago's own Danny
Yes, he
Seraphin.
did.
He
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
him
Steve
like,
Gadd, he
he
loved.
liked Steve,
Always, Louis Belson,
oh,
of course.
those masters, but I
Joe
think he meant, like,
Morello, all
the
those
young
guys.
Bobby Columby
Bobby
from Blood,
Columbia
Sweat,
from
and Tears.
Blood, Sweat, and
Okay.
Tears. Yes.
So they're
The newer crop. when it was newer.
So the question I'm gonna ask you, Greg, if it would have Buddy said, was Ringo better than Charlie Watts or vice versa?
Buddy loved the Beatles.
He loved the Beatles
because
but
he
don't.
used a couple of their tunes.
I don't remember him saying anything nice about.
I don't know that he ever
those fellas.
said much about
Charlie?
either one of them.
No. And I'm sure whatever he said about Carl Palmer on the walks back from Emerson, Lake and Palmer gigs that Kathy forced him to go to probably wouldn't be something Carl Palmer wants to hear. So is Carl Palmer a listener or viewer of your podcast? Because not only did he break Kathy's heart, but Buddy Rich broke. Well, you were what, 11 years old?
Yeah,
he
right.
was 50. I'm just saying, Harvey Weinstein's in jail for that.
There should be a lot of those guys in jail. Wait, but you know what, Buddy? This is interesting what you were saying about the whole thing with Buddy with certain drummers, but that's something I ask. I don't even know if I've asked you this before, Greg. Do you actually believe? I know we talked Beatles very shortly, but you think that if Pete Best didn't get kicked out and was still with the Beatles, would they have became as popular as they have without Ringo?
I mean,
I don't think so.
He's talking to Greg.
I know, but
I'm
just
Greg
saying I don't think so.
No. Realistically, I think Ringo is. I know I keep tossing this word out, but he's magic when it comes to that. Because real life, after watching all these documentaries and stuff, the Beatles were Paul McCartney's band.
Right.
So I'm saying Paul's direction and Ringo's ability to take that direction and play. Because if you watch him play, we'll just go a little drummer geek on you right now. But Ringo's actually left-handed.
Right.
So he kind of plays like Bunny Carlos too, is left-handed.
Did he play a right-handed kid, right?
A right-handed kid. But what that does is it's switching up, you're writing with your left hand, so you've got more snare drum going on with your left hand than your right. Things like that. So I'm saying Pete Best was a regular righty. So would that have made his rhythms, a bit different? Because you listen.
It would have been different. It would have been
different. And I'm saying
right.
And the way you could even hear the difference of there are certain tracks that Paul has played on.
Right.
Paul's playing. But I'm saying right. You can tell the difference. But when you listen to Ringo play, I was teasing you about Dino Danelli because I think he's the best, flashy and power. But Ringo fit in those songs. Like when you hear those Beatles songs.
But it was their four personalities that made.
But it also, but a lot of people will argue that they had the songs.
Well, sure.
Yes. You're dealing with. It's kind of like saying, "Show me a bad Steven Spielberg picture." When you got that kind of like a one man, and that's what I'm saying with Paul McCartney. That was his band. When you got that kind of brain there, Paul McCartney was brilliant. You now have John as your, don't say second, but John, when you watch those documentaries like Let It Be or whatever, Paul was let's work. Right. And John was kind of like the fooled around. George was absolutely brilliant, but he sat way in the back and even quit the band. And then Ringo says what? Four words, right. Yet his drumming is never faltered. Like they pointed to him and said, "You'll play that." The man played that.
Right.
He played what he was supposed to do. We got Kathy Rich and, of course, Greg Potter, folks. A big gig coming up December 12th. That's right. Big groovy Christmas. Big band machine. It's going to be great at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island. If you've never been, it's a beautiful place. We've done.
You've never been.
Oh, you've done. Okay. Yeah, it looks
listen, we do 2 shows a year there. We do a Valentine's Day and we do a Christmas. We have 2 shows on Christmas the following day. You guys, we have a 2 o'clock and a 6 o'clock with the band behind us, and it's great. Pat is incredible. He has the bakery right next door. The dressing rooms upstairs are really sweet. They also got a suite section that people rent out. But you're going to love the sound system is great. You're going to love that. It's right up your alley. You guys are going to sound great there, folks. It's going to.
We should bring a good drummer.
You should bring somebody. Yes. All right, guys. We got 1 minute left, so let me do this real fast. You guys are interested. Again, Lyric Theater, Blue Island, Friday night, December 12th. First person, Boyd, how you doing? Yes, Greg, sitting on the stage next to Ian Pace, excuse me. Deep Purple show last time. That's true. When he was doing that stuff. Yes. All right, but this is good. Here is the question for 2 free tickets right now. And you know what? Since I can't come up with another question, 4 tickets. 4 tickets. Question. So that's 2 couples.
All right, 10 tickets, and Potter waxes your car in April.
First person to answer this question. Now, you can Google, do whatever you got to come up with the answer. But listen, and this is it. 4 tickets. Are you ready?
Go.
Buddy Rich's nickname. Buddy Rich's nickname. Buddy Rich's nickname, guys. Google it up.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get 4 tickets
Yeah.
to the Buddy Rich Big Band Groovy Christmas at the Lyric Theater. First person, very simple. What was Buddy Rich's nickname? But actually, pretty cool nickname if you put the whole phrase together. It's actually pretty cool. So anybody?
Yeah.
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 Come
We'll go
on.
first person. Wait, what do we got on the line there? Who's
I'm
got
gonna
it?
sit here and wait.
Guys, let's pick somebody. Usually somebody will go to Google it, and that's how they come up
That's
with
fine.
these.
That's
Then we
that's
give
fine
tickets
because
away.
yeah, if they Google it and they don't really know the answer, they don't get the car waxing in April. They just get the tickets, and then Kathy and I come to your table and like just freshen the drinks, or maybe Kathy won't, but I will. I've never played her before. I got to make sure we do nice.
I think it'll be
Okay, now wait a minute. We have a winner. We have a winner. My good friend, Erica, congratulations. Let me take a picture here just in case, because now they're all coming in now. Now, Tony Toto was close. Tony's another great drummer. Said Little Bird.
No.
The winner is Erica Traps the Drum Wonder.
Yes.
Congratulations, Erica. You are going with 2 couples, so you bring 2 more of your friends, or 3 of your friends
There
with
you
you.
go.
Okay.
At the
Or if
beautiful
you want-
Lyric
if you want
Theater,
to-
Blue Island, December 12th. It's going to be great. Erica, now I will send your name. I will send your name to Greg, and he'll put you on the guest list at the box office. You're going. Now, listen, Erica, if you can't go, please let me know, and we'll give the tickets to somebody else. But nobody else has come up with the answer except now David. David came close. David said the drum wonder. The drum wonder. That's half.
We give him 1 ticket.
We give him 1
We
ticket.
give him 1 ticket. He's got to buy the other one, but he gets
You know
one
what, Dave?
ticket.
Dave, well, we're going to give you ticket 2. There you go. Like that. There you go. Okay, Dave, you're going to go too, buddy. So you and your friend, maybe bring
Exactly.
Miles. So, Dave, you're going to go. You got close there. It's close enough. And Erica, you guys are going to go December 12th, Blue Island, the Lyric Theater. Fantastic. Pat and his family are unbelievable. Nice Italian boy. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right.
All right, guys. So we got to go. Google doesn't have all the answers. No, but if you put in, here's how I got the trivia questions this morning, guys. I put Buddy Rich trivia questions. And then I looked and it came up. It said when he was in the Marines, he said a couple other things about fighting with Frank, and then went down the line and said known as Traps the Drum Wonder.
That was when he was a little boy.
Because what did people in his circle, what did they call him actually, like around his family?
What did they call him?
B.
Just B.
B?
Just B.
The letter B?
The letter B. Like she has cards like Christmas. He would autograph his own card, but like birthday cards. He would just refer to himself as B. Or like band members, like the alumni band members that play with us and stuff. They they talk about, and then B's bass drum was B.
Yeah.
They would just refer to him as B. So
Or it could have been like, hey, BR, how are you doing, BR?
BR, some people call him BR.
I guess BR. Yeah. Some people call me.
So congratulations, Erica. You're going, and David, you're going to Dave Spywalk. Congratulations, Dave. I'm going to make sure both of you guys got their names go out to Buddy and Kathy.
Yes.
And guys, we are at the end of the hour here. But I'm sorry, man. I love when we talk, and because you guys, I can talk to you guys forever. And I hope whatever you guys got planned in 2026, we'll let the world know.
Yeah, we're going to come back and see you when the TV
whatever
thing
you do. And absolutely. And so, guys, again, one more time, December 12th. Friday night. It's a perfect place to go. December 12th at the beautiful Lyric Theater in Blue Island, home of Chips Enough. And
yes, he's coming. He's coming there. He's going to be there too. Hold on a second.
See us.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on.
Go.
No, I'm showing him.
Hey, hell you! I got to get Chip on this show.
There he is.
Look at that. Look at that. Happy holidays
There
to
he
you, Kathy. See you at the show. There you
All
go.
right.
Chip,
9 in the morning. He's already up.
Greg, we got to get Chip on the show. I'd love to get him on the show too.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
When we see him, I'll tell him he's got to
He's
get
one of my
connected
favorites.
to
I
Tony
love his
Ocean
stuff.
show.
he's great.
Love his stuff.
Yes.
Love his stuff. All right, guys. We gotta
Thank
go.
you.
So I wanna
Thank
thank
you
my
for
good
having
friend
us.
Kathy
Thank you.
Rich. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, Kathy.
Merry
Buddy,
Christmas.
always
See
keep
you
doing
soon.
what you're doing, Greg. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being
buddy.
on the show,
Thank
guys.
you.
You guys have a
Thank you
great
for
having
weekend. Thank you, guys.
you at the
Anytime.
show.
Don't
Yeah,
forget,
see
Kathy
you
Rich,
guys at the show, whoever's coming.
you know they're going to be there, folks. Again, December 12th, you got to go to the Lyric Theater, Blue Island, Illinois. You got to love it, folks. All right, guys, it has come to the end. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Tomorrow, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at Mad Hatter's Civic Center, of course, with Ocean's Rat Pack in Indianapolis. That's tomorrow night. One show, folks. I just love it. Congratulations again, Erica and Dave. You guys are both of you are going, of course, to the Buddy Rich, of course, Big Bang tribute show at the Lyric Theater, December 12th. All right. Don't forget, the 27th of December, my birthday bash at Taverna on Division in Melrose Park on the 27th of December. On the 28th, we'll be at JMOS in Mokina, Tony Ocean and Friends show. Birthday show. It's going to be fantastic. We'll be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy Saturday, December 20th, and Sunday, December 21st. New Year's Eve at Avanti's Banquet Halls in Fox River Grove. Oh, my God. And the Royal Berry restaurant in South Side on the 17th, Bellagio on the 18th, Positano's on the 11th. A lot of good stuff coming up. Birthdays for Friday, December 5th. The Grand Ole Opry celebrating 100 years. I've been there twice on that stage for Ocean's Pit and Ocean's Rat Pack. 100-year celebration for the Grand Ole Opry. Felix Cavalieri of the Rascals. We were just talking about Dino. Happy birthday, Felix. Kurt Russell, actor, 75 years old. The British Bulldog, Davy Boy Smith, 63. Rich Little, the man of 1,000 voices. Shirley Temple, 97 years old. Tom Selleck, 87. Eddie Rabbit. I love the rainy nights. Yeah, Eddie Rabbit. Tony Bernard, a singer that used to be from Chicago, passed away years ago. Happy birthday, Tony. Jarrell White, celebrating the birthday. Bruce Lee, master ceremony. Ed Harris, Amy Conrad, my friend from Indianapolis. Barry Gordy, Mr. Motown, 96. Randy Newman, Short People Have No Place. Yes. Anna Nicole Smith celebrating. And Mike Wolf from American Pickers. And my good friend Omar Moreno. Omar, happy birthday out there, guys. We got to go, but before we go, let's not forget our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, all Christmas lights are on sale all month long. Outdo your neighbors with strings of 100, starting as low as $9.99. And this year, they went all out with some unique, quirky Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers. The perfect pets, the life-like sleeping pet that breathes. That's right. They're wonderful companions for seniors and children, providing a lifelong, loving ownership experience starting at $35.99. And be sure to stock up on all your Christmas decorating supplies. 20% off Celebration Christmas. That's right. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And let's not forget Mama D's Breads, folks. Mama D's Breads are back. Holiday flavors are back. Pumpkin chocolate chip, cranberry, peppermint, caramel, apple, and still have the old favorites, banana, blueberry, chocolate chip. You can private message my sister Natalie at Natalie Bosch, B-O-S-C-H, or give her a call at 847-533-0400. The breads start at $11. Order early for the holidays, folks. Mama D's Breads are back. Guys, have an incredible weekend. We're back on Monday. Same time, same station. And support local establishments, support live entertainment, be kind to one another. It's the season, baby. Be kind to one another. And if you don't like this show or if you're offended with this show, change your channel. And just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. That's right, folks. You guys have a good one. Have an incredible weekend. And God bless you all. Ringo Starr, John Lennon would have said peace and love. We need it more than ever in this crazy world. Be kind to one another. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you back on Monday, folks. Nick Sahajas, the piano man. Take us out. Bye-bye, everybody.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, Indianapolis, if you're there, come see Ocean's Rat Pack at Mad Hatter's in Indianapolis. Greenwood, Indiana. Indianapolis, you guys have a